challenge is too great for us to overcome. No challenge. We invite all Americans to join us as we continue to pray for those who have lost family members and friends, and for those who are suffering from this great crisis. We're going to be signing a day of prayer, and that'll be on Sunday. It'll be a very special day, and I don't know when this was done last, but it's been a long time ago. Yes. Is that a correct statement? Right. It's been a long time ago.
That was President Trump earlier today announcing that Sunday will be a national day of prayer for the victims of Hurricane Harvey. First Lady Melania Trump also offered her support. Watch this.
I want to thank all the volunteers all across the country that came to help to Texas, and fantastic job. And we are going tomorrow to visit them. And I just want to tell them to be strong, and everything will be okay.
President Trump and the First Lady will travel back to Texas and Louisiana tomorrow, but the mainstream media continues to attack the president over his Harvey response. Yesterday, Politico ran this headline: Pence shows Trump how to sweat it out with Texas victims. And MSNBC is also on the attack, shockingly, questioning if President Trump made mistakes during his visit to the Lone Star State. Look at this one.
I want to talk to you first about Mike Pence and his visit here. The meeting with victims, this is a different tact than the president took when he visited the region on Monday. Is he just trying to make up for a mistake that the president made, in your view?
I think that it was pretty telling that the White House staff themselves, not even the vice president's staff, but the White House staff themselves, said it's important for the VP to go down and to talk specifically to victims, and that probably is something that would have been better, obviously, for the president to do.
Joining us now with reaction is Fox News contributor and pastor at the First Baptist Church in Dallas, Dr. Robert Jeffress. He led a prayer in the Oval Office earlier today, and also with us tonight is former Trump campaign manager and senior advisor for America First Action, Corey Lewandowski. All right, good evening, gentlemen. Pastor Jeffress, I'm going to start with you. You were in the Oval Office today. Talk to us about what the president did and what his intentions are in announcing this National Day of Prayer on Sunday.
Well, Judge, I was honored to stand next to the president when he issued this proclamation calling for a day of prayer Sunday. This was completely his idea, and I'm grateful we have a president who believes in the power of prayer. And even though he's the most powerful person in the world, he is not too proud to bow his head in the Oval Office and ask God for help. That should encourage every American, and this is just one reason people of faith absolutely love this president.
Well, they love him. They elected him, and he is following through on his promises. Yes. But you know, Corey, one of the things that I read was the Pence the headline: Pence shows Trump how to sweat it out with Texas victims. And was Pence sent there to overcome the mistake that the president made? I mean, the response by this administration has been excellent. Twice with the First Lady in the first week, promising, looking for $8 billion. What is wrong with the left?
Well, Judge, you know what's wrong with the left. This will never fit their narrative. They're so distraught that the president is actually taking care of the people in Texas and Louisiana. They didn't want him to be successful. And what he has done and what his team has done is they've given all of the resources necessary to the state of Texas and Louisiana. Any help that they have asked for, they've received. And unfortunately, that doesn't fit the left's liberal agenda of saying that this administration was going to fail. Unfortunately, they've succeeded. They're taking care of the people, not Republicans, not Democrats. Everybody, Americans, they need help from the federal government. And this president has said, any help that you need, we are here to stand with you, next to you, and beside you. And he'll be back there tomorrow doing that again. And you know, Corey, it's interesting. I mean, with the last president, I said it earlier, Bush, you know, he said that his FEMA director was doing a heck of a job. And, you know, there were coffins floating after Katrina. But, you know, this president has already got the network set up for individuals who are accessing checks from FEMA so that they can start to get their kids on the road to school, food, shelter, clothing, all that stuff. It is totally different now, Corey, is it not? Well, it absolutely is. And if you look at the response between this natural disaster and Superstorm Sandy in New Jersey, where Obama wasn't prepared, the federal government wasn't prepared, the difference now is we've got Tom Bossert, the Homeland Security advisor, who has helped out on this. The team is completely in place. The president is overseeing the work that is taking place. And what he has said is, governors, any help you need, the federal government stands ready to give it to you. The National Guard will come in. The Army Corps of Engineers is ready to go in there and fix the problems to help the locals make sure that they can be up and running in no time. That is not what has happened in the previous administration.
And, you know, Pastor Jeffers, you know, when the president talks about a national day of prayer, when the president fills the Oval Office with religious leaders showing compassion for, and I don't call them victims in Texas, because I know Texans. Yeah. They don't want to be called victims. They're up and at it and fixing their homes. But the last time I remember a president, you know, at a prayer breakfast was him saying, you know, you Christians get off your high horse.
Yes.
This is a president bringing people together, and Americans are showing how great and generous and charitable they are. Correct?
It's absolutely correct, Judge. And let me say, as a Texan, I can say this. Texans are absolutely thrilled with this president's and this administration's response to this catastrophe. And I had the privilege today of spending quite a bit of time in the Oval Office with the president, vice president, General Kelly, Jared Kushner, and I saw men who were overwhelmed with compassion for these storm victims, but they were also focused on bringing real help. I wish every American could see and hear what I heard today. Every American would have great confidence in this president and the tremendous team he's put together.
All right. Corey Lewandowski, Pastor Jeffers, thanks so much for being with us tonight. And coming up, President Trump is slamming James Comey over a new report that the former FBI director actually drafted a letter to exonerate Hillary Clinton before the investigation was even over. Tammy Bruce and Matt Schlapp react to that one next. And then later, Tom Fitton is here with more breaking news about the FBI's Clinton email investigation. Stay with us on this busy news night.